Draw along to make your own Stegosaurus prehistoric dinosaur picture. So if you want to make a Stegosaurus, I will show you what to do. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first thing you wanna do to start your Stegosaurus is find the side of your paper. On the side of your paper, you're going to start your Stegosaurus head. So you're going to go up just a little bit and curve in and across. This is the start of our Stegosaurus head. Once you have that line, you can go ahead and make like a little V, sideways V, for the Stegosaurus mouth. Then the bottom of the head is a horizontal line across. Always remember that if I am going too fast or you need to pause the video, you can always pause it and go back and rewatch what you have missed. Once you've got your head, you're going to make a big curved line all the way across your paper for your Stegosaurus back. When you have that finished, then we can go ahead and start on the legs. They're kind of like rectangles. So I'm gonna go down, across, up. Down, across, up. Then just make a horizontal line across for the belly. And then 2 more legs. Down, across, up. Down, across, up. And then last is to connect a horizontal line for the tail. So we have the outline of your Stegosaurus body now. We can start adding in some details. You can go ahead and make an eye however you want. If you want your Stegosaurus to have eyelashes, whatever you like, do whatever kind of eye you want. I added some toes with just a few bumpy lines. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3 for the toes. I added a few spikes on the tail. It's just a zigzag line. Up, down, up, down, up, down. For the spikes on the back, they're kind of like diamonds that don't come to a point at the bottom. So I'm gonna make a diagonal line out, and then kind of like a stretched out letter V for the top. So in and down. Diagonal line out, diagonal line out. And in and down. Diagonal line out, diagonal line out, in and down. And you're just gonna keep repeating that until you have the back filled up with these protective spikes. If you wanna add more, you can add more, it's up to you. It's your drawing, make it however you want. Once you have your dinosaur drawn, you can go ahead and start on the background. You can do any kind of background you want. I made mine in a landscape, so I'm gonna show you the landscape that I did, but if you want your dinosaur in a different place, it's totally up to you. Be creative. He doesn't even have to be on Earth, whatever you want. So I'm gonna start by making a few lines to break up the land. So I just made kind of a diagonal line up to the foot. I'm gonna bump and jump over the foot and then go across. Gonna make a second line, bump and jump, bump and jump, bump and jump, bump and jump, and across. I'm gonna make a third hill, bump and big jump all the way across, and then one last hill over here in the background. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different layers of land as it goes backwards in space. I'm gonna add a little bush up here in the front or some grass with a zigzag line for my dinosaur maybe to eat if he gets hungry. I'm gonna add some rocks up here in the front of the picture. that he was walking across. Just some free form blob shapes, kind of touching each other here in the front. In the background, I'm gonna add some mountains. So I'm just gonna make a line that goes up and down like a mountain, and then a second one up and down. This mountain is gonna have a little bit of snow on the top. It's very, very cold all the way up at the top of that mountain, so there's a little bit of snow on the top. And then this one, I'm just gonna draw a line down the middle just to make a little bit of texture. I'm also gonna put some trees in the background. Now, when the dinosaurs were alive, they had these really, really big forests and very, very big trees. So I'm just making really, really tall trees. You don't see the entire tree because they're so, so big and tall. So I just made 2 different trees in my background. You could add anything you want in the sky. Maybe there's a pterodactyl flying through your sky, but I'm just gonna add a few clouds. Once you have your dinosaur drawn and your background finished, you can go ahead and color or paint, use your oil pastels, watercolors, any kind of paints, markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you have to add color to your picture. It is up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and add with markers. I used markers to color my dinosaur. So when I color with markers or crayons or colored pencils, I like to make it nice and neat. And one thing that helps me do that is I always outline my shape first. And it's kind of better if I turn my paper sometimes. So I'm outlining my dinosaur first. Then, once I have the whole thing outlined, I would fill it in. And what this helps me do is this helps me stay inside the lines and not get color where I don't want it to go. Sometimes, if I just start coloring my dinosaur without outlining it first, I might mess up and accidentally get a little bit of the color outside of the dinosaur. So this kind of creates a line for me to stop. I know to stop coloring because I've gotten to that outline. And then you can go ahead and start coloring your dinosaur and try to keep your coloring in the same direction the whole time so that it's nice and neat. So if I kind of start with this diagonal direction, my hand is moving this way. I don't want to switch and go this way and then up and down and then side to side. Keep it the same direction the whole time so that it's nice and neat. And I can't wait to see your finished dinosaurs with your awesome backgrounds. I wonder where they're gonna be. I'm excited to see where you put your dinosaur, and don't forget to submit your finished drawing to your Artsonia account.